This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena we are playing green, white, +1. This deck has been getting some hype and excitement because of a certain card, Conclave Mentor from M21. This is a Centaur Cleric for a green and a white 2/2. If one or more +1/+1 counters would be put on a creature you control, that many +1 are put on that creature instead, so a +1 with a +1. When the mentor dies, you gain life equal to its power for a little bonus for reasons I don't understand, but that's what it's all about, putting +1/+1 counters on things so that you get additional +1/+1 counters. If every +1/+1 counter were a +2/+2 counter, wouldn't the world be a better place? So here's what's up. We've got all kinds of things that work with +1/+1 counters. Venerated Loxodon puts down counters. Pelt Collector. I think you know what the Ozolith is. There's one because there's literally no upside to drawing two, but it can be very fun. Then we have another new card, Wildwood Scourge. Wildwood Scourge says that when it comes in with counters, we're kind of used to that type of Hydra effect, but if one or more counters would be put on another non-Hydra creature you control, put a +1/+1 counter on Wildwood Scourge. So we are not playing other Hydras because this card doesn't work great with other Hydras. So these are the only Hydras I decided to add to the deck, but it basically means that this thing gains double counters, and once you have this thing out, it grows so huge, so fast. It's a very exciting card for the deck. And then the rest of the deck is we got the zeros that come in with counters, Chamber Sentry, Stonecoil Serpent. We also need to win. So the biggest problem for this deck is when the opponent blows up the board or destroys everything, and we need a follow-up that puts pressure on the opponent right away. So Questing Beast is that card. It also works incredibly well with our removal spell, Ram Through, to kill creatures of any size with its Death Touch ability. So that's what I've come up with for the deck. I've played a lot of different versions, and this is the one that I think actually works, if I'm being totally honest. A lot of other cards I tried, such as Vivian, just too hard to cast in a green-white shell, and just other planeswalkers like Garruk, Basri, Ket, also just weren't really helping finish the job. We needed a lot of cards that synergize here. We still needed to remove some things. Other Hydras that don't work with the Scourge. It's possible Voracious Hydra should just replace this card, but this card is fun and I wanted to play it early on. And now here's a very, very special bit for you guys who actually watch the intro. Cool Kids Club Unite. Guys, this is Chamber Sentry. Chamber Sentry enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each color of mana spent to cast it. And it has a Wooburg to return it from the graveyard to the hand. Guys, if we actually wanted to activate this in our green-white deck, in theory you could do it if you draw enough shock lands. You don't want to shock for every land that you play, but let's face it, it's an entertaining YouTube video. Wouldn't it be fun to either get back a sentry or play a larger sentry than normal because we threw in some shock lands that have very little cost to us because we're so aggressive that 2 life rarely hurts us? Yes, but it doesn't matter how well I explain this in the intro, because at least half my viewers are going to skip the intro or they're going to snipe the deck list and leave. But you know what they're going to do? They're going to load this up and they're going to be like, why are these in here? I don't understand. And they're going to leave a comment. CGB, why the shock lands? You guys, the cool kids watching the intro, please, let's get some engagement going. Please, go find those comments. Tell them to watch the video. Put all caps with an exclamation point just like that. Watch the video. I can tell you why I do what I do, but you have to actually watch the video to find out. Why do you skip what I have to say and then leave a comment asking a question I already answered? I don't understand. All right. Anyway, we're going to dive into the games, and I'm not going to play this in ranked. I don't think it's that good, because I don't trust green and white creatures. In fact, if you look back at my history of making decks, I just don't trust decks without black cards or blue cards ever. If it doesn't have black cards or blue cards, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. So I'm playing unranked because it would be too much tilt to play this in ranked and get slapped around by black cards and blue cards. And I feel like having fun. So let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. This hand is okay. I wonder if I'm doing a turn 1 Serpent. Probably depends on my draw step. We definitely want something with counters to go after the Scourge. So we'll see. When the opponent mulligans and then still has a Grazer, it's almost like they mulligan twice unless they draw perfectly. So I am okay with this. Let's do the tap land. Scourge on 2, Serpent on 3, Beast on 4. Alright, our opponent's ramping up. We'll see if they just have land, Nissa, and then Ugin, because that would be fair and balanced and totally fine. Alright, you. Let's go. So, whenever one or more counters are put on Hydra, put a counter on the Scourge. It just grows as we play more creatures. That's basically how it works. Our opponent with an Omen of the Hunt, no Nissa. We should all be so happy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It isn't Ugin yet. Oh man, I guess we do this. Start making baby snakes. I would like to make larger snakes. I guess this is pointless because of the Grazer, but I would like a larger snake because of Ugin. Ugin does not exile a Stonecoil Serpent. The opponent plays Grazer, no dice, and Scries. Okay, that last card is not a land. It's gotta be it, right? What else would it be? This is clearly Ramp and Eugene, and nothing more. One to the top, one to the bottom. Oh. Oh, it's Ooze. See what I know. Do we start clocking them with Questing Beast, but we could be growing these with a Stonecoil? I don't want to give the opponent any opportunity to grow the Ooze. So let's go with the Stonecoil. Make these bigger. Attack with not the 1/1. The Ooze can eat the Grazers. There's no real way around that. But the Ram through can hopefully clear the Ooze in a minute. I think they blocked it. We got an oops. We has oops, everybody. Ramp into Scavenging Ooze isn't nearly as scary as other potential things. Just gonna throw that out there. Hello. Oh, baby. Submit. Here we go. That's a lot of stuff. Audio also seems to be bumping. Maybe if I take the overall master. I have been trying to fix the in-game audio. Because I don't know what's going on with that. Let me know if it's still bad, but it's been sounding like it's just underwater. Okay. Sure. That's a play you can make. Do we bother attacking? They have 5 total power. These have 6, but they don't have trample. Yeah, I guess we don't bother attacking then. Okay. Sure. Our opponent's also a Questing Beast gamer. What do we trade a Questing Beast for? Is a Stonecoil Serpent good enough? If they both die, then the Ooze has targets. I'd probably prefer not to have that be the case. Opponent is a weird mix, weird pile of cards right now. Alright, so we can grow the Scourge. We can also play our own Questing Beast. Just try to overpower the opponent. None of our special color lands showing up for this glorious Chamber Sentry moment. How disappointing. Alright. Rumble? Rumble. What you got? If they Questing Beast the Stonecoil Serpent, they definitely are trying to draw into Ugin because Stonecoil Serpent would survive. But I feel we've got to get the job done. Alright. Questing Beast is going to take on a 7/7 Hydra. Scavenging Ooze might just be thinking I'm going to stay home and get big. Down to 9. That Ooze has a lot of heavy lifting to do. It can. Like, that's the thing about Ooze. The life, the power toughness boost, it's a lot. It becomes very hard to deal with. Let's see, this is one more life. So opponent effectively at 12. They block here, here, and here. Yeah, they're not close to dead at this moment. This is gonna be tough. We are not done. Getting warmer. Pump the Hydra. That's why we play it first. So we don't want to make any bad attacks that leave the creature dead. So it's still this group. Frickin' Ooze. Gonna take out one of my Stonecoils. If only I had one more mana. Of course I could have. I could have just played this and left it in a better position. That would have been smart. I would be giving myself brain points if I had played this for 4 and had a mana open so that the Ooze couldn't block the Stonecoil profitably. I would be proud of myself. Psych. Just trying to pass the priority, to be honest. Alright, Grazer. That's a whiff. 3 Grazers in this game, right? Not looking very strong. But Ooze is showing why it's a good card for those of people who are confused. There weren't many, but a few people in my chat were like, Scavenging Ooze is a 0. I would never craft a card like that. It's a terrible card. Yeah, not terrible. Not terrible. Terrible is the wrong word. Alright. I think we're just getting in there, right? If the opponent blocks and kills this... yeah. We can use the Chamber Sentry to clear the Ooze. We could also just go for 4, go for 4, go for 4. The problem is we're on borrowed time from Ugin. If this blocks here and like this blocks one of these, that's kind of sad. How much damage is being taken? Block, block, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then our opponent goes, let's see, they kill 1, 2 things, so they go back up to 10. And then the next turn, I think it can be lethal, so we go for it. We are going to have regrets when Ugin comes off the top. Gain a life, make a giant ooze. Gain a life, make a giant ooze. Are we feeling strong, guys? Alright, it's a whiff, which means this blocks here, and then the opponent dies. Whew. That was a scary ooze. I mean, it's a meme hand. I like hands that are this stupid and redundant. I can't mulligan. I just can't do it. Yeah. Now remember, it's a non-Hydra creature. They don't buff each other. So we're going to need to draw a way to buff them. But when we do, believe you me, there will be blood. Azusa. We has land, everybody. Wow. My ability... My ability to draw land is also unprecedented. I don't need an Azusa to feel good about myself. What do you think their deck is? Do you think it's like 50 land? Do you think it's like land, Azusa, Ugin? Nothing else? Oh my god. Oh my god, this is scripted. This is some BS right here. This ain't right. This ain't how it's supposed to be. I mean, our opponent is confirmed deck stacker. I guess you get an extinction event and what, Kiora? Because who cares? I can't beat any of these anyway. I guess we'll give the opponent a Liliana. Maybe we can draw a way to deal with that. But not a Kiora Best the Sea God? They have to name odd, but maybe they don't care about their own Azusa. I expected a better set of cards, to be honest. Like, I thought the opponent could do better. I'm kind of disappointed. Wow, and we've drawn nothing but land since keeping that hand. 3 straight lands off the top. This is tragic, to be honest. But I've got a Wildwood Scourge. How do I give it trample? Can I pick 0? I just want the opponent to have all 3. I don't want to play anymore. Alright, they can't have the celebration. This is the dumbest game I've ever seen in my life. Not close. This is absolute stupidity. Why isn't the Ozolith helping us? Ozolith was supposed to get us out of these situations. The best possible top deck, by the way. Not close. Top deck of the gods. Suck it, Temple.
They were a lousy servant anyway.
Mm-hmm.
The land shall conquer you.
5 life, everything tapped. Extinction event. Alright. I mean, you can't... I don't think things have ever been worse for me. I don't think any opponent has ever done it better. Not even close. Not even close. Love this hand. Let's go. Our opponent fancies himself a major jerk. We're gonna put it to the test. We're gonna see the beat. Well, so far they're not, you know, fetching Fable Passage on your turn. That's just considerate right there. That's just considerate. Here's a snake. Alright, jerk status starting to become confirmed. Questing Beast out of there. Wapta. Make it bigger. Attack. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We are confirming Alpha Jerk with this one. Chamber Sentry, huh? Could play this for 3. Why else do I have these Shocklands in here? But I could also play it for 1 and Loxodon, which I think is actually better. Our opponent missing a land drop, by the way. We'll attack with a Vigilance creature. We'll play this for a little onesies. Shock this in. Loxodon up. That's a board. That's a board. Our opponent continues to wage war on our hand. They should get a medal for eliminating the hand. Alright. Take this to 1. Get that Fenlurker off the board so they have 1 less blocker now. Don't think they're gonna kill anything because they don't have enough power and toughness to do that. Play out the Pellet Collector, see if they've got a sweeper. Ritual of Soot would be annoying, but we'd still have a Loxodon. Crocs on an empty hand. Opponent is top tier. Oh, where are you going? How much were we attacking for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 13, 3, 16, 17. 17-point attack. Seems good. Our Vigilance Tribal deck is ready to rumble. Keeping stupid hands is just part of the fun. This is the kind of thing I can do in the unranked queue that I just can't bring myself to do in ranked. I can just keep stupid frickin' hands. And away we go. And I love it. I absolutely love it. Just 2 mana, 2/3 Vigilance. Dude, Sylvan Advocate was my card. Still is in Magic Duels when I play. The Birth. We just got an ICR of that. It's like they know. Shuffler's fine, everybody. Shuffler is doing it. Check this out. Just in case they wanted to like Teferi bounce their Birth. Boom. Gonna make you have a wall now. That's next level gameplay. You don't have to thank me. I know. Absorb mana, by the way. Alright. So we don't want to run the Questing Beast into that. The Questing Beast wants to follow the Wrath. So there's only one way to play this hand in our deck full of +1/+1 counters and proliferate power. And that is to play more Raptors. That is to play the whole frickin' pack of Raptors. There you go. There you go. Oh, what are these cards? I didn't know I had these cards in my deck. Look at that. Would have worked so well. Oh my goodness. Sorry, the snark is on high. It's turned up to 11 at this point. Ever since the double Sultai ultimatum, the perfect curve out with Azusa Lost But Seeking. Ruined the video, quite frankly. It's going to be nothing but snark all the way down. All the way down. So this is annoying. It can phase out the Questing Beast. So we're going to have to attack it with at least 2 things, right? Because the wall can block 1. Yeah. So the Questing Beast goes face and threatens to kill the Teferi, so they're you know, they gotta phase it out. There you go. Now the good news about this is if they Wrath, Shatter the Sky that is, if they kill our creatures or have Elspeth Conquers Death, this being phased out means they don't get to hit it. Alright, Teferi down. I hope they play an Elspeth Conquers Death because they think they can hit it. Oh god. Really? Really? We got a mill? We gotta be a mill deck? Alright. It's gonna be one of those days in the arena, boys and girls. One of those disgusting, horrible days. I can feel it. Alright. Well, that's not bad. That's not bad. The opponent has to do something about these creatures. Vigilance Tribal. Still getting in there. We've been borrowed. Alright. So we replay one of the... We replay the Beast. We'd have to think about it if there was potential for Shatter the Sky. But we have a backup, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, we replay it here to get around counter magic. Oh, that's where my non-land cards are. There's the Shatter. Yay. Yeah. Down to 10. Can't play Venerated Loxodon. Drew it a turn late. A turn late. Oh, that's a card. Had a feeling that was coming. Can you guys tell I'm jealous? No Shocklands, by the way. No chance of getting Chamber Sentry anytime soon. What's coming back? Oh, fun. Our opponent's tanking. I don't know. I don't think I can win. 3 Questing Beasts are gone. Questing Beast was my big gotcha. But maybe Stonecoil Serpent. Maybe they just don't have an answer if I top deck that. Opponent tanking on... Oh my gosh, should I play Narset Parter of Veils? Should I really play this card that gets me the answer I need? Guess so. Guess I should. I guess we keep it. We still have not played a Conclave Mentor. Just haven't had that card on the battlefield yet. You'll have to wait. On the play, I guess we can wait till turn 3 to play a Stonecoil without running risk of getting Teferi'd. Well, I mean, we get Teferi'd. I'm just saying we also get to kill Teferi. It's positioning. On the draw, we'd have to play a turn 1 Stonecoil just in case they were a Teferi deck, which is how stupid that card is. Our opponent's going to start the party with a radical idea. I've got a radical idea. Draw Conclave frickin' Mentor. Alright, pay 3. Pump it up. Get in there. Next turn, potential Loxodon. A little Elephant Jesus. Opponent on Jeskai. Arclight Phoenix. Alright, you better come correct. To beast mode or not to beast mode? That is the question. I think I'd rather play Loxodon. And I think I'd rather pay for it like this, because a counter on here pumps this. And this way I still get to attack with something. Questing Beast is a good follow-up that they don't usually expect. Here it might just run into a lava coil of some kind, whereas if they get rid of this, we still have a stronger board than we had last turn. Crackles. I mean, Everything beats the Crackles right now, except for the Wildwood Scourge. The opponent's really close to dead. This has the Trample clause, but that doesn't really matter. Let's see. I think we go like this. So that's 12 now. If we attack with everything and the opponent doesn't block, can we kill them? No, because we still don't have a trample creature that's quite big enough. Well, let's just put them in Questing Beast range, shall we? Almost lethal. Somebody's going to tell me I'm mislethal, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I had several lines that got them to 1. Several. Yeah, that was a beatdown. This hand has the Ozolith. Boom. The real question, when to play it? I actually think the Ozolith comes out later. I think we need to lead with a 1-drop. I think a 1-drop's pretty slick here. Actually, let's play the Ozolith, then play a pair of 1-drops, then play a Raptor, then play a Loxodon, I guess? I don't know. This is one of those hands. Oh, that's nice. This is one of those hands that you can do a lot of different things with, I think, and I'm not sure what the perfect sequence is. I could stop and think about it and debate it for half an hour, but doing that on turn 1, probably a bit much. I get a lot of tilty comments from YouTube, that's for sure. I would get an incredible amount of YouTube comments for it. Oh my god, CGB, you're taking so long, you freaking idiot. What's the matter? Alright. Pump this up. The question is Raptors or Jesus? How about the Jesus? How about a Raptor and then a Jesus next turn? I think that's better. Submit. Pass. Alright, if they're mono green, this is going to be a battle of the big boys. And girls. Oh, we mutating. We're mutating in here. So when you take counters off this, they don't go on the Ozolith. This thing has to die with counters on it. If you use it to remove counters, like somebody might have said you should have done a damage to the opponent, the counter would go on the Ozolith. It doesn't. Sit down, Twitch chat. Sit down, YouTube comments. I know what I'm doing. Submit. We're here. We've got power. Let's see what our opponent can do. No Gem Razor, though. Gem Razor would be a pain. Double Grazer. The green mulligan returns. So many sloths. And one more counter and we'd be golden, but it's time to get attacking. They do have the ability to gain hexproof, which is a bit of a pain, but then they have to remove the counter. So what they should do is block a Raptor. All right, they do block a Raptor. They didn't block anything else with the Grazers. That's a lot of damage. So if I target this for 2, the opponent will remove the counter to gain hexproof. And because it still has 1 toughness, it will live. If they had blocked the Stonecoil or the Loxodon, then removing the counter would have killed it, which is what I was trying to get to happen, but the opponent saw through my play. But what we have is Chamber Sentry or Face. And then Ozolith put counter on the sentry, do a little more. They've got their own stone coil now. We want to keep it alive so that we can put another counter on it. Is a good draw too. Do I attack with this because I can get 4 more counters? Yeah, that's just lethal. Except I don't have the mana for it. Rats. It's close though. I think we just get this played. Pump this up some more. It's another 3 damage to face. They've got 4 blockers, we got 5 attackers. And a raptor. Pump it. Alright. What's the attack look like? I think it looks good. If they kill the sentry, I get a bunch more counters anyway. Yeah, everybody has to attack to force some damage. Not to mention the trample. Trample can help get there. Ram through from the opponent would be quite the card to have in their hand right now, but nope. Didn't have it. Eventually you'll have Conclave Mentor in your Conclave Mentor deck, yeah? Hand is pretty great too. I'm sure something terrible is going to happen. Oh, no. No, not the fox. Not fox on the play. Anything but fox on the play. You monster. I hate you. Oh, okay, we're playing Rescuer 2. Rip. That's some stuff. That's what that is. That's some stuff. What is a guy to do? It's our god draw. And look, they missed a land. Okay. We're gonna play magic. We're gonna play magic. Prolifero. Look at the size of them. Has trample. What you gonna do? Questionable. Questionable choice. Land off the top. Another fox. Oh gosh. Oh goodness. Alright, they've got a backup cycle and they're attacking. They're at 12? Okay, you don't get a 1/1 that way. Opponent's all about pushing damage. They don't have that much for Zenith Flare. Not really. And I've got direct damage in my deck. And I got this Questing Beast. Tramps kinda can't be blocked. If the opponent takes this, I win on the untap unless they flare this. And they need an untapped land to do that. If I attack with this, they eat it with Fox. That's not impressive. What if I attack with this now? If they block like that, I guess the token can cut it off or they can kill it. If they kill it, do I win next turn? I still have the Beast and the Pelt Collector. I think, guys, it might just be time to get in there. Can the opponent kill me on the counter attack? I have this with Vigilance. This probably dies in the combat. So I'd have 1 block. I guess it's scary, right? It's really scary, but I can threaten lethal. Like, this has to be blocked. And then the combination of this has to be blocked somewhere. I think this is it. I think we're supposed to push all of it. Well... Math is for blockers. This could, depending on whether we draw all land or not, be a peak experience. Are you ready for peak experience, everybody? Oh my goodness, look at this. This is where the Chamber Sentry needs to show up. If Chamber Sentry doesn't show up here, it was all for nothing. Bishop of Wings? Why am I drawing nothing but land off the top? Why does the game hate me so? Why? The perfect combo, by the way. 4/4 achieved. We has Ozolith. We just... Oh my gosh. We've just drawn nothing that makes counters since the keep. Deck is back to being its evil green-white self. While getting served by Boros Angels. I mean, if they didn't have Deafening Clarion there, it's kind of a... Come on. But instead they had Aurelia. I guess that's good. They're up to 30 freaking life. It's quality. High quality. Quality deck, everybody. I guess. I'm at this point. At this point, what could go right? That's the real question. The knight is here. Let's get something on the field. The knight is probably a big problem. I know that was a beautiful sentence, but it's true. Child of Night. All right. It's a night theme deck. Man, I want the Wildwood Scourge online. I really do. So I guess, yeah, we're just gonna go greed. Hope that everything works out. Rip. We've been pacified. How does this happen? How does this happen? I'm kind of cheering for the opponent after the day I've had. Like, that's right, opponent. You show CGB's deck what's up. 1, 2, 3. Then I play this as 4. I mean, I could just go for max counters here. Actually, let's do it like this. Submit. Rip your Child of Night. Uh-huh. Take that. Had to take back dominance somehow. We had to take back dominance somehow, and taking out the best card in their deck is probably a good way to do it. If we block here, the opponent can pump. Do we care? I think we let it go. If they want to spend their turn pumping to get a counter on the knight, I'm okay with that. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Ram through. Bazinga. Alright. What do you think? feels like it's time for a Stone Coil Serpent. For 3. Because we're going to have this giant Hydra just sitting here pacified, we can always ram through later. It's going to be really beautiful. I mean, it's a pacifist Hydra, so all 8 of its power are never going to do anything relevant. Tragic in its own way. Here they come. No blocks. Is it time for the knight to be frisky? Nope, not yet. We've got cards like Impassioned Order and, oh no, another Child of Night to play. Conclave Mentor, what are you doing in this Magic the Gathering game? You know the drill. No, we take out their avatar, their Child of Night, and then they really don't have much going. All right, so these are attacking for sure. Our opponent's at 19. The Stone Coil can catch the Aerialist, unless the opponent plays something in the Orator, getting some life. So I guess we're doing it like this, because we have the Ram Through. Ram Through can kill it later. I'm not that worried. Down to 8. Right. Gain that life. Pump those bloodthirsty Aerialists. And attack. Love it. That's fine. So the opponent can't gain Death Touch or anything like that. I think we take out this other 3/4. There's also a way to deal some excess damage by targeting something else, but I think this is fine. I could have tried to draw a way to give this trample. What is that even? I don't know. I'm done thinking. Math is for blockers. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's slow this down, says the opponent. Maybe I have better blocks I can make. I believe that block left them dead. So they've got to block some bigger creatures. Okay. Down to 1. 2 life for me. Up to 10. Conclave Mentor. When it dies, you gain life equal to its power. Easy to forget, little line of text. If we get to untap, Chamber Sentry gets to finish the job. Okay. Opponent testing me. Testing me for brain cells. Brain somewhat operational. Ping. Oh, if this don't do it, what does? If this ain't it, my friends, what is? Just made it with the turn 1 rope. I was getting worried that my good hand would be wasted. Next turn looks really fun. Oh my gosh, and then another land and we questing beast. I shouldn't get too excited. The opponent nearly roped out on turn 1. They might be a button from a scoop. Okay, it's Stormfist Crusader. Let's go. Let's frickin' go, baby. Holy guacamole. 5 5s. And yeah, I'm attacking with the Mentor. I'm good. I don't need to double any more stuff. I've already got all this power already. Alright, opponent's keeping their Stormfist Crusader. There's the land, it was there. I think that's what we call the nuts. Feisty. They could have a Black Lance Paragon to kill both of these, so let's not. Let's take the damage. You didn't even see the questing beast. I wasn't finished with you. Looks like another fun hand, but without most of our amplifiers. No Raptor, no Mentor, but we could draw one. And we might be able to Loxodon in epic fashion. This is the kind of hand that gets swept and dies. But we're up against life gain, so we're fine. Oh my goodness. Let's do it like this. I think having a 2/2 sentry here makes a lot of sense. I shouldn't have to manually tap there. I've just started to make a habit of it with sentry, because if you've ever done the thing where the sentry doesn't, where the sentry comes in with one counter because you spent 2 mana of the same color because auto tapper doesn't know how to treat this card, then you know that you start manually tapping this thing, even when you shouldn't have to. Oh boy. Black, white, Neo life gain. So this is 1/1, create a 4/4 if you have 7 more life than your starting total. No problem. This is at the beginning of your end step. If you gain 3 or more life, make a Griffin. No problem. Not sure what all is going on. This is going to be fun though. Go team. Well, I have established my battle plan. I don't have much else, but I've got this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Drawing a Raptor off the top would be nice. Our opponent has revitalized. That is good for a 2/2 Griffin. The Scourge. I'm out of ways to put counters on things though. That's rough. So I guess we kill these. Yeah. Bye. Bye. That was fun. That makes me feel like Chamber Sentry is justified hanging out in the deck. Flurry? Uh-oh. Well, 11. We can pick this off. We can also pick off the Luris. And then we have 10. Not quite lethal. The speaker would have to chump. Is this on your turn? At the beginning of your end step, so they won't get a Drake. A Griffin, sorry. This is for 4, so it doesn't grow the Pelt Collector. Alright. Let's just send these in and see what the opponent does. If they double block, a Chamber Sentry blows it up. I don't know if you want that. Don't know if that's your play. All right. Drop him to 6 after the lifelink. Now we got Hydra Boy. See if the opponent can shatter the sky to stay alive. That would be pretty whack from a Luris deck. Oh, they got the Ghoul, and that's game. The Ghoul is, at the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 life, it comes back from the graveyard, if you haven't seen it before. Some people trying to make that work. And we are back for the post-games wrap, and this deck is just as, in my opinion, frustratingly bad as I kind of expected. I mean, sure, part of it's that I didn't mulligan Mimi hands, but I mean, it makes a bunch of power and toughness. It's exciting, and I think it's totally playable for unranked and for fun. And I don't think it's going to be a competitive pillar of the format. You just can't play a 2-mana 2/2 that your whole deck revolves around, hope that it lives, and then you get this benefit where you have the largest creatures on the battlefield. It doesn't matter who has the largest creatures most of the time. This format is all card advantage, 2-for-1s, Teferi, Elspeth Conquers Death, all these cards. it usually doesn't matter if you make a big creature. And I think this deck is going to struggle with that until it somehow gets a little more help. I've tried a lot of other cards like Basri and Basri's Lieutenant, which should add sweeper resiliency, unbreakable formation. I tried a lot of things, I promise you, but this is not really my style. I think that anybody who watches the channel a lot knows this is not really my style. So if it is your style, I do try to play a lot of different decks here. Go jam some games, have some fun. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. There's going to be, of course, many more decks with M21 cards reviewing the different mechanics, how they work and how they do. So lots more decks to come. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.